Thank you for visiting the Coin Lady channel again. Hedera and Hbars are going to be the topics of today's discussion, guys. That being said, I hope that everyone out there is having a wonderful day or night, river people. Thus, it appears from the perspective of the market as a whole that we are essentially at the start of the season. The situation is far from ideal. I wouldn't say it has begun yet. Also, everyone is wondering if the summer of 2020 is going to happen again. For those of you who weren't around in 2020, DeFi summer blew up the market, and dare I say it, attracted a whole new wave of retail investors and crypto enthusiasts. Looking at what we have, we can see that dreams for another spectacular summer are among massive crypto rallies. DeFi yields have surpassed those of traditional assets like US Treasuries, which has sparked renewed interest and the possibility of another DeFi summer. Scroll down for details. Then, when we give this some serious consideration, we should examine the current state of tokenization initiatives. The bulk of it is devoted to more conventional investment vehicles, such as US Treasuries. Therefore, it would be illogical to witness a significant shift from conventional to disruptive initiatives, such as tokenized treasuries. In addition, makers like DAOs provide a 15% income through their DAI savings rate, while users in the riskier areas of society can earn 27% through companies like Athena Labs. Prices began to slowly rise during the bull market. Looking at rates in DeFi and TradFi 2 months later, it's entirely opposite again. Outside of this whole mess, why was DeFi summers so significant? Was the scale of the changes actually so great? Furthermore, I'm sure I'm not the only one who has told you that. It was really ridiculous, that much is true. But if you return to this spot, we can observe just how massive DeFi summer was. Generally speaking, the overall value locked increased from $700 million to $15 billion during the DeFi, which was higher than expected. During the summer, there was a 2,100% spike. It's really ridiculous. Important infrastructure on DeFi, including as lending and borrowing, yield farming, insurance, and decentralized exchanges, experienced a massive expansion. DeFi tokens and the network that powers them are other things that transpired. Even in the DeFi sector, many decentralized exchange tokens and similar projects began to experience explosive growth. At the time that we consider this, shall we? Source: Hedera Social Token Swap is going to be huge, in my opinion. However, this is also true when considering the sheer magnitude of DeFi itself. A lot of people will start using and demanding networks because of it, in my opinion. Furthermore, I do not believe Ethereum will emerge victorious in this. Why? I think it would be a good idea to investigate a few things. Unfortunately, Hedera's DeFi ecosystem recently collapsed, and it all started with a crypto. In 2024, Hedera had a great start. The release of Social Swap v.2, which brought about new economic developments, concentrated liquidity, and other improvements, is largely responsible for its achievement. Going back to that article, they mentioned Uniswap, which is why I think people should be holding SOS. Additionally, every wallet that engages with the Uniswap network on airdrop has been awarded its $1,200 governance token. It cost $1,200 for that airdrop. Very well, that caused the airdrop's value to rise to about $30,000 as the DeFi summer and bull run draw to a close. Remember those airdrops from when the mania was all over? Start to become very, very valuable. Keep in mind that this is Uniswap, an Ethereum decentralized exchange. The Hedera ecology is already taking this shape, and let me repeat, the retail audience is still far away. Just think about how much more valuable Social Swap will be when you consider that it is the main driver of all this value. Also, a huge shout out to Shane Higden of the HP Foundation for publishing a comprehensive list of all the findings from the Mars Ari deep dive. We are incredibly proud of the ecosystem's progress, and the fact that SaucerSwap already increased TVL's share to over 98% in that timeframe is mind-boggling. So far this year, Hedera DeFi TBL has a 146% increase, reaching $157 million. Additionally, the FYTVL denominated in Hbar is up 89% year-to-date, suggesting that the TBL gain was significant owing to capital inflows. SaucerSwap's V is scheduled to begin in November of 2023. Assisted in the DEX phenomenal growth in 2024, when the source price reached a record high of 21 cents per TVL, and the average daily trading volume reached $5 million. In 2024, the market cap of stable coins has been steadily rising. In 2024, after a strong quarter for USDC supply on Hedera, which is up 27% year-to-date to 8 million state our liquid staking TVL on Hedera has been dropping, down 11% year-to-date from 378.6 million Hbar to 338.1 million in 2024. However, I will state this truthfully regardless of only TVL and similar matters. The introduction of tokenization initiatives and the receipt of massive quantities of tokenized endeavors are two of Hedera's most anticipated features. We are aware that real estate tokenization is booming on Hedera, but there are other potential uses as well, such as tokenizing US treasuries. I would prefer it if other things were to happen, though. It is also known that Hedera tokenizes the money market fund with Aberdeen. It's quite significant. However, I am also interested in seeing other attempts. However, if we continue to DeFi, we will find that this constitutes the full TVL of DeFi at the moment. Once more, I'd want to bring your attention to this rally that took place here over the recent summer. This, then, is the appearance it had. Furthermore, they claimed a 20-fold growth, from 700 million to 15 billion. A 20-fold rise is not in the cards here. Nevertheless, we have already reached nearly $85 billion. What this chart is trying to tell us is that we're about to see a major breakout, possibly as early as September 21st. I believe, however, that we are more likely to be in May, or at the very beginning of the DeFi summer move if that is the case. In any case, it's irrelevant. The most important thing to note is that this will keep moving up. In fact, I predict that it will set a new record soon. Once again, many of these numbers may theoretically enter price discovery and spiral out of control. Considering the source of the majority of the volume, it is reasonable to assume that TVL could reach $1 trillion this cycle. This would be completely ridiculous, but it is possible. Hedera is ranked 41st. However, there are other chains that are beginning to catch up to Ethereum in terms of TVL. A dramatic decline has occurred, and it is now down to approximately 151.75 million. It concerns TBL. Even while Hedera is still considered an underdog in the cryptocurrency space, we know that it recently reached an all-time high of around 200 million, which is still extremely noteworthy. However, when we examine other chains on this and other networks, it becomes evident that a few of them are beginning to awaken in a significant manner. I don't think they will flip Ethereum this cycle. After all, it is still early on in that process. But soon enough, funds will begin to leave Ethereum and go into these alternative protocols. Well, that concludes our video. Do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. Coming up shortly, farewell.